because she like a honeymooner said things like that, and I didn't take that seriously. So, and I would tell her to call the police, and she said that she'd call the police, and the police wouldn't do nothing, tell him to walk it off. So tell Jimmy to walk it off. So she's like, you know, she didn't really put no heat behind it, right? And Joyce would tell Cynthia that she should do it, that she would give her half of her business if she would take care of Jimmy for her. And she's like, I never took that seriously either. And she's like, it was just always idle threats. Like she would say, you know, like while he's in the tub, we should throw like a toaster in there, or, you know, it was just like when she talks about the things that like Joyce would, when Cynthia would talk about the things that Joyce would say that she would do, I'm like, girl, that don't sound like idle threats. Like that sounds like she would think of these like crazy scenarios to do it, like, oh, while he's in the tub, put a toaster in there and electrocute him, or, you know, like poison him or whatever. Like she would think of several different things to do to him, and it was always something new, right? Well, this one day, Joyce and Jimmy was having an altercation. They live above the salon, and Jimmy was pretty much telling her to go get him some sugar. So she had one of the beauticians go get her some sugar. When the beautician came back with the sugar, she ended up mixing the sugar, rat poison, and I think something else, or it was just sugar and rat poison. She did like mixing it together. And Cynthia was there watching her, and she's like, Joyce was like, here, take this to him. And she's like, I'm not taking that to him. Are you serious? And she's like, you take it to her since you want to do it so bad. So Joyce took the sugar to him. And so when she came, and Cynthia was in the salon watching the kids. When Joyce came back, she did not have the sugar. But Cynthia was like, I know you did not really do that. Joyce was like, yes, I did. So it's like, even though you're telling the police that you did not take her threats seriously, you had to have, I don't know, you had to have felt like she would have done it eventually. And you probably were like okay with it because he's a waste of air. So you probably didn't care that it was going to be done. But just because you didn't care that it was going to be done does not mean you didn't know that the intent was going to be there. If that makes sense. Does that make sense? All right. So with that said, you know, Cynthia saw Joyce with sugar. So after a minute, she's like, you really not going to go up there? So Cynthia went upstairs to like stop him from using the sugar.